Okay, so when you're looking at the periodic table, you'll see all these red numbers. All these red numbers symbolize the mass of 6.022 times 10 to the 23 atoms of that particular atom. So for example, magnesium, it says 24.305. So if you take 6.022 times 10 to the 23 magnesium atoms, the mass is going to be 24.305. And they call that number the mole. And why do they use that number? It's because atoms are so vanishingly small that if you were to try to measure a single atom, there'd be no scale accurate enough to give you a reasonable number. So what they do is they pick 602 sextillion atoms, and this number is called Avogadro's number, because when you pick that large a number, it gives you a macroscopic quantity. The number was defined in terms of carbon. If you were to take isotopically pure carbon-12, only carbon-12, and if you took 6.022 times 10 to the 23 of those atoms, you would get exactly 12 grams of carbon. So that's the definition for the mole. Now you might ask yourself, why then does the number 12.011 why is the mass of carbon 12.011? Where is the extra mass coming from? Well, as you know, there are isotopes in nature, and carbon has two commonly occurring isotopes, carbon-13 and carbon-14. And what they do is they raise the average for the mass of carbon atoms. So that's why on the periodic table it's reported at 12.011. The natural occurrence of carbon-13 and 14 pulls up the average mass. If we only had carbon-12 in nature, then 12.000 would be the mass of a mole of carbon atoms.